not. Whew. All right. So this is, yeah, I'm going to have to do all this all over again, but you know what? It is what it is. Um, Trial and error. Oh, man. Oh, join me here. Yep. This is all part of it, guys. So you're seeing me in real time, making mistakes and doing all of the things. But it's all good. So now I have to go back and hit up everyone to let them know that this is the correct link. And let me see who else. Oh, okay. Luckily for me, I know exactly like who is coming on here. I think that's about it. If I'm not, oh, wait, no. I know who else I need to, instead of the other link. Yeah, so technical difficulties, it happens. I guess my laptop is not cooperating with me today. As far as the link is not working. Use this one instead. This is gonna be so much fun when I play it back. Here we go. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Girl, having technical difficulties, but it's all good.
That's
That's
okay.
what happened. So your name is across the banner so that everyone can know who you are. I added your Instagram information in there so people can follow you. So thank you so much for coming on the Stream-a-thon.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So can you tell everyone who you are and what you do and how long you've been doing what you've been doing?
Hi, my name is Leslie Ann Harford Ernst, and I am a newly published author. I actually wrote the book 21 years ago, um, due to my brother's death. It was actually a classroom assignment, and I did it. I got an A. I put it on the shelf. I left it there. And then when I went to Momentum, all the resources were there. There was a publisher, there was an author, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I have a book, and there was a publisher there, and she helped me. And now I'm just doing all these events and selling my book, and it has a great message. Anything can happen if you believe in yourself. So I want the word to go out, and I'm in the process of doing two more books. I was challenged to do a series for Anthony, so
Mhm.
that's what I'm doing.
Momentum. We both went to Momentum, so we have that in common. The other thing we have in common is I lost my brother as well. He was 20 years old, wrong place, wrong time, drive-by shooting, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. So we have
Same
two
thing,
things in common. Same thing. Oh my God.
same exact story. Wrong place at the wrong time, and he was killed on the 20th. I mean, when he was 20 years old, and the book was published on his 21st anniversary on September 3rd, Well, September 3rd, 2024.
My brother was also 20 years old, and he died on August 20th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's bananas. So you know we're gonna be connected for life now. So you said it was 21 years ago. So what prompted you to want to like write a book and share your story?
So basically, like I said, it was a school project, so I had to write about something.
Hmm.
So, when I did the school project, it was fresh in my head. And it's a realistic fiction, so it's not fully true. So I wanted to add some of our childhood history. He did like to sing, but he was very shy about it. So I
Hmm.
figured, okay, I know there's somebody out there that needs this. So um, I don't know. I just decided to write about Anthony and him being perseverance, showing perseverance and showing resilience.
So can you tell us about your brother, like who he was as a person and like the things that he liked to do and things like that?
So Anthony, he loves to sing, but he was very shy. He was very flashy. He loved his clothes. He loved money.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and the girls loved him. So, that was, his thing. He actually has a daughter named Michaela. She's in the book as well. He was killed 6 weeks into her coming into the world.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah.
My brother had a daughter that was a year old, and his girlfriend at the time was pregnant with his second daughter, and she was born the same day that we buried him.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
I know, I'm just sitting here like, wait, what?
Same story. It's like the same story.
It is the same story for sure. I'm just like in awe right now.
Right. So, he wanted to be a teacher, but because his life was cut short, he couldn't be a teacher. He couldn't, show his talent, even though he was shy. So in my book, I showed that, he tried and tried and tried, and then he became famous. Obviously, he didn't become famous because his life was cut short, but in my book, he became famous. And I'm writing these books because I want his legacy to continue, even though he's not physically here, but in spirit, he still is. So I am writing. My other book is called Get Curious About Money, Anthony. I'm
Hmm.
going to do it in a children's version. And the other one is called Show Weakness with Your Strengths or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. So when you were writing the book, what did it feel like to you? Like, did it bring back any memories about him? Was there like, how were you emotional? Because I know when I was writing my book, it really, really brought me to tears in a lot of ways, and it showed me my growth process. So, what did that do for you when you were writing the book about him?
I feel like the first book I was very emotional because it was really fresh in my head and I was really trying to figure out how can I keep him alive. But as I started writing the other books, I was
Mm-hmm.
less emotional because I was focused on the message that I can share with people.
Wow. So, what has been like the overall, sorry, what was like the overall experience that you had or went through once you wrote it and published it and everything else? And like, what were the different reviews or compliments and such that you received?
Well, from my friends, they're like, "Oh my goodness, you inspired me." Like, um I have so many friends that's like, "Oh my goodness, I thought about writing a book, but now that you wrote one, it's like you inspired me to write one." So I feel like I'm inspiring other people. Or I always hear, "Oh, we don't have enough of us. Like we need more Black people writing books." So
Yeah.
this is my first one, and it feels good. I mean, I write in the middle of the morning, like
Hmm.
2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I guess that's when my thoughts are really fresh.
Hmm.
And if I can do it, they can do it. So
Yeah.
my experience is inspiring other people to want to write books.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That's an amazing thing. So where do you see yourself like a year from now when it comes to being an author? Do you feel like there's a lot of expansion? Are there more books in the works? Do you think that you can become like someone who's an also author, but also like a facilitator who's teaching people how to write books?
It's so funny you say that because being an author was not something I was thinking about. That's like another hat that just kind of got thrown onto me. So
Mm-hmm.
just thinking out there about where I'm going to be 10 years, I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
I am interested in going to different events and share the word. You can be anything if if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And you're in New York, right?
Yes, I am.
How is New York City? I left New York in 2017. Actually, I did Momentum Basic and Advanced, and then I moved to Savannah after
Oh,
that. Yeah.
I'm in Long Island, New York.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I'm actually a Brooklyn girl, but I don't think I can go back.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. I mean, I was in New York March to May of this year, and I was just like, I can't hack it. I can't do it. It's not for me no more. I believe once I moved here to Savannah, this is where I truly grew as a person, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, with the help of momentum. And it really set the tone for my path of who I am as a person and what I'm doing in my life. And I've always asked people who are New Yorkers, like, what's their relationship with New York City? Because everyone has a different story with it.
I mean, I do like to travel a lot, but I feel like there's no place like New York. I don't
Hmm.
think I should definitely go back to Brooklyn because I think it's too cluttered. But now Long Island is the suburbs, it's family
Hmm.
oriented. So
Oh, cool. Love that. Hi, Dea, Coach Dea. She's up next at 6 o'clock. We'll get to talk to Coach Dea. She said, yay, I finally found you. This has been something like doing this stream-a-thon because I went ahead and I invested a little bit of money for me to do it on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And I
okay.
was doing it on my laptop, and all of a sudden, it just started buffering in the Wi-Fi. So luckily, thank goodness, I'm able to do it on my phone and still do the live that way. So I have my phone charged up and propped up on the tripod thingy here, and we're gonna make it work. How it works.
Yeah, I did listen to one of your videos. There was somebody that you interviewed, and I think she said she particularly look into Black authors. So I did try to like Google her name and go
Do
on
you
Facebook,
remember?
reach out to her. I was like, I want to be in your magazine.
Oh, are you talking about Tina Jackson?
um,
She's a poet and an author.
that name does not sound familiar.
Okay. If you find out who it is, please inbox me or text me, and I will definitely love to connect you with that individual. I mean, if that can help you in some way, shape, or form, I would love to create the connection for sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, do you have any like holiday specials that you're doing with the book? Like, talk about your special offers or just different things that you're doing so we can boost you up and get you all the support that you need.
I mean, right now we have the one book that I'm selling for $15. I
Hmm.
don't have a combination of books to say I can do like three books and a
Hmm.
shirt. Well, that's my idea to do like three books and a shirt, but I'm not there yet. But
Oh,
in
you're
the
gonna get there. You're gonna get there.
but in the meantime, I'm just doing pop-ups
Hmm.
and whenever there's a vendor event, I'm there. And if you have, if you need a vendor, just hit me up on at Famous Anthony Book, leave me a message, send me a post, and if I'm available and it's doable, then I'll be there.
All right, cool. So make sure that you follow Leslie Ann on her Instagram is Famous Anthony Book. Is there any other place that they can find you besides Instagram?
No.
We gonna work on that. So, okay, cool. So Instagram, $15 for the book. Do you have it on Amazon as well?
Yes, I do have it on Amazon, but Amazon take all your money. So,
I agree. I agree because I have 4 books on Amazon.
yeah, and it's like, are you serious? I put in all this work and then you leave me with a pennies.
Mhm. Yep, I've been through the whole KDP process with Amazon, and they give you royalties, but it's not as much as you would get if you're the person that's selling the books itself. So it's good to kind of like get it printed out and then do like you're doing, go to pop-up shops and have vendor opportunities and things like that where you can sell your book and get the money for it.
Yes, so I'm doing it that way.
Sounds good. All righty. Let me wait. Hold on. Okay, cool. Why is she on? No. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I truly appreciate you. I wish you so much success. And like I said, we're going to be in contact because for our stories to be so parallel is crazy. It's mind-boggling for me right now.
It's crazy. It's actually the same story.
It is the same story. It's definitely the same story because I'm just sitting here mind boggled like, wait a minute. It sounds like my story with my brother, So, okay. This
Thank you.
sounds awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to add or share?
Just support a sister. Find me on at Famous Anthony Book and book me as a vendor, and I will be there.
Awesome. You heard it here first. Make sure that you book Leslie Ann as a vendor. Have you thought about doing a book launch? Have you done a book launch?
Not. I mean, I've been doing many events here, there, but no, not really.
Yeah, you may need to do your own personal book launch. There's so many studio spaces in New York where you can have a book launch and you can invite people to come and do like pre-ordered copies where they're autographed. And when they're there, you can do the book launch, talk about the book, have everyone sit down, hang out with you for a little bit, get some appetizers, some water and some drinks, and just invite people to come. And then you can just read chapters from the book and they purchase the book and you could just have it, recorded and such. And you can utilize that as a way for your marketing.
Oh, I never thought about that. But thank you for the idea.
Yeah, as a intuitive growth revenue specialist and strategist, that's what I do. I help people create innovative ideas and turn them into lucrative streams of income. And that's one way you can do that. You can do it like once a month. You can have like a book night. How Oprah Winfrey has the book club. You can have an
Yeah.
actual book club and do it that way where you can talk about the book and invite people to come, have copies of the book and so on and so forth. And
Okay.
since it's is it a children's book?
It's a children's book, so it's not a chapter book. It's just a short read, about 30 pages.
That's fine. You can still do a launch. You can still do a launch. And since it's a children's book, you may want to connect with like daycares or like, public schools and things like that where you can go in and offer like just to read it to the kids
It
or
is a
whatever.
it is a children's book, but the message is for all.
Got you. There you go. So something to think about.
Thank you so much. So I'm gonna send you that lady's name, so you can
Hmm.
connect us, and hopefully, I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Yep. Well, I mean, you know how we do in momentum. You have
Mhm.
that goal and you just go ahead and you execute it.
I know my goal is to sell 5,000 books. Can you believe that?
No,
Five.
you know what? I believe it.
Oh my goodness.
Momentum be giving you these numbers because when I was at Momentum, I am a what was it? Compassionate, authentic, loving lesbian leader. That was my thing and my contract thing. And when I told them I was moving to Savannah, and they were like, "How many clients do you want to get by the time you get there?" And I'm like, 15. And they were like, "Okay, it's doable. How you going to do it?" I don't know. But at the time, I was a publicist and I was doing social media marketing for clients, and so I had to learn how to market for myself on social media and talk about myself and my life and my story and things that I've been through, and that actually helped me to elevate and expand. And also, I went onto this website called Meetup.com, and Meetup.com gave me an opportunity to meet with 30 women in one night in a room because there was a woman, her name was Samantha Colonita, still a very good friend of mine till this day. And she had an event that she did, and I met 30 women in one night, and I was able to connect with all these women, build relationships with them, and some of them became clients. So that's how I did that.
But at least 15 or 30 is reasonable. They got me
Yeah.
saying 5,000. How am I doing this, Lord? Because you need to let me know because they believe in me and I need to believe that I can sell 5,000. Are there any leads out there? Because I need to know.
I pretty much would just say research as much as possible when it comes to going to different events and connecting with event coordinators of different conferences and things like that. Or even if you could just go and speak for a little bit and just ask them if you can sell the book, you know, in the back or backstage or whatever, or in the back of the room or whatever, things like that you can do. Research eventbrite.com because eventbrite.com always has events going on, and
Okay.
see if it aligns with your purpose and your mission, and if it aligns with your book, and you do
Okay.
it that way.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I mean, I this is what I do for a living. So besides
Okay.
being an author, a wedding officiant, selling jewelry, the whole 9 yards. So, but I do have my master class that I am actually hosting, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, December 15th. And it's actually talking about how to create innovative, effective ideas and turn them into lucrative streams of income so you
Oh,
can have income that's aligned with your purpose. So I'll send you the information as well because it's going to be a 1 hour, 30 minute um, masterclass time frame. And I'm inviting 10 people to come on and I'll help you guys one by one and position yourselves for 2025. So laptops open, time to get to work. That's what it's
sounds,
about.
sounds like a plan. Thank you
I
very
got
much.
you.
Thanks for
Yes, yes,
inviting me.
yes. For sure. So we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Everyone be sure to follow Leslie Ann. And remember, she's on Instagram under the famous Anthony book.
Anthony,
Famous
yeah,
Anthony book.
yes.
Got you.
Thank you. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. So that was Leslie Ann Hartford Ernst. She is the author of The Famous Anthony, and her Instagram is Famous Anthony Book. So make sure that you go ahead and you follow her. She's an amazing person. Next person's coming up is Teresa Tyson. And I can't wait for Coach Daya to come on at 6 o'clock this evening. You'll be blown away. Her story is amazing. She is a women's empowerment coach, trauma informed facilitator, relationship expert, among other things. And she's a really, really good friend of mine. She's like one of my sisters. She is a sister. And she's funny as hell. We be cracking up all the damn time. The amount of amount of stuff that we talk about is just like you wouldn't even understand. I think that we just need to do a podcast about it and call it a damn day. And thank you so much for the 3 people who are watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me see. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't know who this person is, but all right, I'll figure that out. Thank you so much again. Let me see. Well, blah 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 blah. Yada yada. I'm just making sure everyone got the memo to join me here on StreamYard. All right. Right there. We be cracking up so much. It's funny. The stuff that we be talking about, nobody would ever understand it. They'd just be like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Anywho, I'm using a tripod so I can just set my phone here and charge it up at the same time because my laptop isn't working with me. And so I am so thankful that StreamYard and my phone just clicks perfectly. And it's great lighting, great background. Sometimes on my laptop, it's just crazy. So, again, before the other stream, the live was going on, I was talking about myself and who I am. So, I am Dennis Victoria. I am a New Yorker, born and raised in New York City. Well, born but not really raised in New York City. I am an author, self-published 4 times. I am a soul awakener. I help you awaken your soul so that you can know exactly what your purpose is and how to walk on this earth and how to connect with your mind, heart, body, and spirit. I am also an intuitive revenue growth strategist. What I do is I help entrepreneurs tap into themselves, tap into their intuition, so that together we can create innovative ideas that convert into lucrative streams of income that's aligned with their purpose, services and products of what they're doing right now in real time. Just adding an addition to it, like I'm doing right now with the Stream-a-thon. So I created the Stream-a-thon after my roommate, Joanne Morton, suggested, hey, why don't you do a marathon? Because I have a live stream that I do every night. It's called Monday Night Soulful Conversations. And Monday Night Soulful Conversations is bringing in my community speaking life over them, pouring into them, encouraging them, motivating them, answering thought-provoking questions that they may ask me. I also do card pulls because I am a creative. And so I created my Goddess Isis Oracle deck. I am a follower of Egyptian Goddess Isis. She's actually my spiritual mother. And I don't mean follower in worshiping her or she is not above God or anything like that, but she is definitely my spiritual mother who has given me so much motherly love that I needed as a spiritual being having a human experience. So I do card pulls from my Goddess Isis deck. And it's not what you think when it comes to card pulls. This deck is completely different. I was in full trance when I was doing this deck along with her. And some of the messages, or all of the messages, are based on what people are experiencing right now in real time. So one of them reads, Goddess Isis wants you to know that you are the master of your thoughts and your feelings. She empowers you to release the thoughts and feelings that are not for your greatest good. She empowers you to let go of negative belief systems about yourself that are not true. So pretty much this deck is helping you to be self-motivated. It is not something to say, well, it's pretty much like most Oracle card or Tarot card readers will say Nine of Cups and Two of Wands and stuff like, no, we don't do that over here. We are about empowering you to empower yourself. We are about encouraging you to look within the self, to do self-inventory, self-introspection, investigate what's going on with you. Because at the end of the day, like the saying goes, you're the only person that can save yourself. And I know a couple of people will not agree with me because of a religious thing. But honestly, at the end of the day, we are the only people that can save ourselves. We are the only people that can create the life that we want. Of course, God of our own understanding is here to um, give us the tools and the messages and experiences in our life is already designed a certain kind of way. So you are co-creator of your life. However, we have free will. So you give permission to be here around this time at this time frame. I don't know if you guys know or if you believe this, but you chose to come here right now at this time. You chose the life that you have right now. And since you choose it, you can make another choice, another decision of how you choose to live your life, how you choose to live your life. And it's okay, however that sets up for you. Thank you, Dea. And so I created that deck for that reason. And then the next deck I created is Soul Awakening Affirmation deck. So Soul Awakening is when you wake up to yourself, you wake up to your truth, you wake up to the true person of who you are to be. Not who your family thinks you are, not who you portray yourself to be as to your friends. It's removing the mask. It's removing the fake self. It's honoring the true self, the self that's filled with richness and truth and honesty and transparency and authenticity. The truth that people will not be able to stand about you because you're disrupting them with your truth. I am a disruptor. My truth is my truth. People tell me you're so fucking authentic. That's the only way I know how to be. It's to the point that I have a tattoo on my rib cage that says fearlessly authentic because I am fearlessly authentic. So the Soul Awakening deck is pretty much affirmations. And the affirmations are they vary. So this one says, I feel worthy of love, peace, and inner freedom simply by being me. Like I just said just now, people are always like, oh my God, you're so, you're fucking authentic. And so you can't make this shit up. See it? I feel worthy of love and peace and inner freedom simply by being me. So be you, whatever that means to you. Define what that means to you. What does it mean to be you? Are you a person that is full of goddess energy? Are you a warrior? Are you sensitive? Are you emotional? What is your superpower? Those are the things that make you you, right? The next one says, I am a creator of my reality, shaping my world with positive thoughts and actions. So you're the creator of your own life. You're the co-creator because, of course, it's God of your own understanding. That's why we're here. And again, we chose our parents, whether you believe it or not. I had a hard time when a shaman had told me, Dillis, you chose your parents. I was like, fuck out of here. I didn't choose my parents. and he was like, yeah, you did. And as I further researched and I looked into it, I came to the understanding and acceptance that I chose my parents. And our parents are here to teach us lessons as well as be our parents. And so we have to meet them where they are. Um, we just have to accept them for who they are and which the ways that they are. We cannot change them. We can only learn from them. We can only either love them up close or love them from far, one out the two. So this is another deck that I use when I'm doing Monday night soulful conversations. And so I do card pulls, and of course I get everyone's permission to do the card pull. So that is Monday night soulful conversations, and that's where this stream-a-thon actually stemmed from, because I would bring guests onto soulful, Monday night soulful conversations. Dea was a guest, Coach Dea, and other people, and I wanted to do something that was expansive. And so my roommate, again, shout out to Joanne Morton, said, "Why don't you do a marathon?" And then I connected with another friend, Alexis Jackson. She's another bestie, my best friend. And she was like, "So you want to do a stream-a-thon?" I'm like, "Oh shit, a stream-a-thon." So I named it Entrepreneur Business Holiday Stream-a-thon, because we are in the holiday season and everyone is having a deal, a sale, a special, da 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 da. And so I decided, might as well just bring on a couple people. The first one was done 2 weeks ago, and each person had 15 minutes to brag and talk about their businesses. And on there, excuse me, I actually added their information in the banner that's going across the screen, which thank you to Dea again, because when she was on my Monday Night Soulful Conversations, she was the one that suggested that I would add her name and information, and I started doing it from there. So it's a couple of different people that actually helped me to implement this amazing, beautiful, lucrative stream of income, because I do charge for it. The first time I charged $25 because I didn't know what would be the outcome of it. This time I charged $35 and $45. $35 is pretty much to get on here, have the scrolling banner going across, personalized. You got a personalized flyer. I pretty much give you your recorded segment of the stream-a-thon, as well as post it to social media. $45 is the additional $10 is to have your business shout out, spotlight shout out. And that's the other part of my lucrative stream of income. So the Monday night Soulful Conversations, I shout out 3 businesses in the beginning of Soulful Conversations and at the end. And I add those names and business titles of those people, the businesses that I'm shouting out, onto my personal flyer, and I promote it on socials. So those are 2 ways of me creating revenue for myself on a monthly basis, with the stream-a-thon, of course, the business shout out, as well as Monday Night Soulful Conversations. And now I'm adding to it a masterclass. The masterclass is Aligned and Abundant. We are aligned and abundant, and it's an intuitive revenue growth masterclass. So I'm helping you and teaching you how to utilize your intuition to help you create innovative, effective ideas that generates income into your business, that's aligned with your purpose, your products, and your services right now in real time. So it's going to be us on Google Meet. It's going to be recorded. You get your laptops out, and I'm helping you step by step as we go. So it's an hour and 30 minutes for this masterclass. I'm inviting 10 people to join me with the masterclass, and we are working in real time. I am guiding you, helping you with the creative, effective ideas, how to go about creating the lucrative stream of income that that you want to do, that's aligned with your business and your purposes, and so on and so forth. So is anyone interested? Let me know. I will send you the link. It is $97. However, it's the holidays, and so I'm giving you 25% off, but you gotta get that in before December 15th. It's going to be on Google Meet. You get the Google Meet link. It's going to be recorded, and we're going to have an amazing time. I'm going to be doing some goodies and some raffles and things of that nature, and some card pulls. It's going to be fun. You're going to have a good time. Again, with the card pulls, it's not like a tarot or oracle card type of reading. That's not what it is. It is encouragement, inspiration, motivation, empowerment. Again, like I said, with my card deck here, Soul Awakening, I'm actually doing 2 more affirmation card decks. The next one is going to be how to release self-sabotage, maybe some imposter syndrome. I'm probably going to do one for entrepreneurs. So we are ready for Teresa. Hi, Teresa.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I hear you. Perfect. Let me have, okay, here's your banner. I got your banner up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you today? How are you feeling? I can't hear you, love.
Let's try that. I
Much
accidentally
better.
pushed the button.
It's all good.
I said,
It's good to see you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very well. I'm enjoying my fire today, and
I
yeah,
see.
yes, I have the day off, so it's nice to sit by the fire and enjoy the cold weather and think about what your passions
Beautiful.
are. Think about
Yes.
God. Right?
So tell everyone who you are and what you do, and you have 25 minutes to just brag about yourself.
Oh, I
And
hope you can ask me some. I was hoping you were going to ask me some
I
questions.
am going to ask you questions for
Okay.
sure. For sure. That's going to happen automatically.
I sent to you the list of everything I do, and I feel like I was sending you 2 or 3
It's all
pages.
good. I want to know all the things, everything.
Right? So I started out with just being an energy healer
Mhm.
through the modality of One Light Healing Touch. Now I've done other trainings. I have 5 different Reikis. I've done Chiron, which is a really cool modality out of Australia. Healing, just an incredible modality. But the one that spoke to me really and brought everything together was the One Light Healing Touch. And due to that training, I became an instructor
Mhm.
with them because it just spoke to my heart so much. And I love teaching. Before I on this road to growth, I used to be a teacher. I taught pre-K,
Mhm.
and then I worked with autistic children. So I have a teaching background.
Mhm.
Um, and that's where my passion lies. So that's the thing I like to do the most is teach people how to do all of this for themselves. You know, you can
Mhm.
come to me and you can get a healing, and I love being able to do that. But I want you to have the tools that move you forward in your own life with practicing them. So that's always my goal is the betterment of people's body, minds, and spirits, right? When you walk away, you're like,
Absolutely.
oh, that felt so good. Okay, I want to know more. How do I do that? And the energy path was where I went first. And then in 2015, I lost my husband. I didn't
Mm.
lose him, he transitioned. He passed away, and it put me in a downward spiral. And it was through kinesiology and energy work that I was able to embrace, find love for that missing part of my life. And
Mhm.
that drove me into becoming a death doula. I also have a nursing background. I'm a former LPN. And so I was already doing healings for people, just didn't realize.
Mhm.
And I went and got trained in how to help in a bigger way. So I became a death doula. So I help transition from one realm into the next. And
Mhm.
a lot of people say, "Oh, how do you do that?" So oh, you're so great, but you don't understand. It's me that receives all the gifts. I'm like, it is such an honor to sit there and hold someone's hand as they earth and just have advocated for everything to be they want the way they wanted it to be as they left. And that's
Mhm.
basically the job of a doula is advocating for the patient, for the client. What is a beautiful day? I spoke at Georgia Southern about 4 months ago, and I always little meditation of thinking about, it's always going to happen to us, but are you prepared for it? Have you thought about what the last 3 days of your life are going to be like? Have you thought about
Mhm.
24 hours? Okay, now you only have an hour left on this planet. What's around you? Who's there? Is there music? Like, beautiful death. What does that look like for you? And it's something
Mhm.
we can all at least focus a little bit of attention on because it's inevitable. It's happening to us, whether we like it or not. We will leave this earth someday.
Yep.
And being prepared and talking about it, Western culture places a big fear around death, where
Mhm.
in Eastern teachings, it's embraced, it's love. You're going on and going to be there to protect them and guide them on the way if you're still here in this earthly realm. And it's, again, just such a beautiful, beautiful experience getting to sit bedside with someone as they transition. I also help in that area. I also DNR, your will, all of those things. And then I help people create a legacy, something to leave behind to remember them by. And then creating a ritual around the death itself, which can look like something I share is I do a bottle blessing for people. So as I put a bottle of water that's been blessed with whatever their favorite crystal color is, with whatever smell they really, really enjoyed, I'll add that essential oil to it. And then as they go through fears and worries or thoughts of things that they want for the future, to bless themselves, but they can add their good energy to the bottle of, I really hope my daughter marries a beautiful man, and that energy can be sent into the water, right? And then the ritual would be that after the person passes, you have that water, everybody gets a little vial of it, and whenever you're missing that person or you want to connect to them, you and put it on your forehead and your heart and connect to that. So you use it throughout the, and then at the year, everybody can refill, right? So it's a beautiful ritual created around celebrating a death and not looking at it as the end, because it's really not. It's a beginning, a new beginning for that soul. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, Tina
And
Jackson says, my condolences to passing of your husband. I feel the same way too.
thank you.
Absolutely. Tina, you're actually going to be up next after Teresa. Just wanted to let you know, because I don't know if you got my text message, but that level of strength that you have within you is so remarkable to me, because losing a loved one, especially a person, your partner that you were with in this life, was just like, how were you able to manage through that emotionally and mentally and spiritually?
Well, I didn't at first. I mentioned a downward spiral. I turned to alcohol and just wallowed in my grief for a good year, to the point that it started destroying my body. I and died twice. And that was a
Wait a
big
minute.
awakening.
Wait. You died twice? Twice?
Yes. Yes.
I died
Yeah.
almost one time and you died twice. Girl.
Yes. Yep. And again, it's so, people say condolences, but his death turned out to be the biggest. I'm 10 years on the other side, so I'm able to sit here and see everything that and the way that it took place. We'd been together for 15 years, and I was not an advocate for marriage. I'd been through 2 really bad ones, and I just didn't want to get married again. And we decided in December of 2014 to get married. And it was 3 months after I said yes and we did it. We'd been together for 15 years. We did it in December, and in March he had a massive heart attack in our bed. And that was really like it soured me on marriage again. Like, no. But through the energy work, the meditations that I do with grief recovery, that's another thing that I do. I'm a grief recovery specialist with the Grief Recovery Institute. All this stuff that I learned and took trainings for, it was for myself, but it's now something that I can share. And I know how to help people get to the side that I'm on right now, where I can look at you and say, I miss him, and he still is a blessing. It's the reason that I moved the way I moved in this world. It's the reason that I'm here helping others, is due to his transition, his advancement as a soul, right? So, yeah, all of those things came together to make me who I am, and able to help others through struggles that can seem unimaginable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing I do, just telling what I do will take 20 minutes, right? So
You're good.
We own a farm in Glenville, Georgia, and we own something called Hip Camp. So people come from all over the world and they camp on our property, and it's always such a blessing. We have 21 kids. It's magical to be here, honestly. I feel like the story of finding this place, 2 years of manifesting, And I had a list and I knew exactly what I wanted. And I happened to be attending Unity, and I did a, what was it? Like a Think and Grow Rich type
Okay.
system, right? It's funny because I'm reading that book right now, and it was a class on abundance, right? And manifesting your abundance. And during the time of that course, I manifested this house, because I tell you, it was such a journey, 2 years looking. And I knew that what I would do is a retreat. I knew that that was important. God was speaking through me at that time, telling me that this is important. Plus, we wanted a handicap accessible home. I thought because of our mothers coming someday to live with us, but as it turned out, I have patients that come and live with me and they get to pass away here.
Oh
So
my word.
doesn't mean that I'm just going to their home. Sometimes people come and live with me.
Oh
To
wow.
they don't have to die in a nursing home or something like that. There's all kinds of reasons that people have ended up coming here to live. But as I walked on this property after that, I had just completely released. I didn't care, just knew what it is. And I came here and I found a piece of amethyst, and I was like, oh, thank you. Okay, this is it. I'm meant to be here. And everything worked out. Everything worked out just beautifully, perfectly for us to step right in here. And we were able to create all this. I have a studio where I do the healing, the sound, like healing house. Someday when you visit, you'll have to come spend just even 10 minutes in the healing house. Is an incredible blessing. It feels wonderful.
I would love to.
So besides the campsites and the hip camp and doing all that, we also are facilitators of plant medicine.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, my healing journey didn't end with just classes. I decided to go to Peru, and I spent some time over there with the Shipibo tribe and learned about ayahuasca and participated in ayahuasca. And one of the most beautiful things I've ever experienced. For one, I and actually see my husband. And that, yes, it was so incredible. And it wasn't seeing him in human form, it was seeing him as the spiral of light. And I was able to feel his energy just loving on me in such a way that I will never, ever forget it. It was just beautiful. And ayahuasca, it's hard to explain. It's going to be, I think I'm almost up to 5 journeys now, and it's never the same. There's a blessing in it every single time, but it's what you need to work on in that moment in time. So you can go in with your intention of, oh, give me what I need for healing. I'd really like to all the way. And you'll realize, oh, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. Most people who walk away from an ayahuasca experience realize that that's what they needed. They got exactly what they needed. It helped them to move forward in life or to release something that was holding. And it's a deep healing medicine and a loving medicine. So much love involved in that. Yeah.
I've heard about ayahuasca countless times, and it's something that I eventually want to do because I feel like there's a healing for me in that aspect. I was watching a Netflix documentary. It was called The Last Shaman. And it was about this guy. He went to college. He did everything right, but he felt like something was missing. And he went to Peru, and he was looking for a whole bunch of different shaman, and all of them were telling him about ayahuasca. And some of them were good and some of them were bad. And he found the person that was supposed to help him. And he went through this amazing transformation, and ayahuasca showed him parts of himself that he needed to fix and heal and work on. And I was just sitting there like, oh my God.
So just so you know, our next ceremony is in March.
Okay.
That's something we do here too. The shaman comes from Colombia.
Oh,
just a beautiful enough about it. If anyone's interested, you just reach out to me and I can send you the link
yes.
to connect to the shaman and speak with them about the journey that's coming up. And they do it all over. It's in Florida, it's in New Hampshire, Texas. I think that's all the states that they cover right now. But yeah, we were invited to host. And then just such a
Beautiful.
experience. We've been doing it now for 4 years. So
Okay.
we do it twice a year
What,
here.
okay. So when you experienced ayahuasca for the very first time, like what was that like for you?
Frightening.
I would
Frightening.
think so.
I faced fear in such of you'll be told to go in with no expectations and all those, but I don't think you could help but go in with an expectation, especially if you're watching all the YouTubes and the videos about it, and sometimes it's not presented in such a way that you can feel safe.
Yeah.
I did that. I'm a researcher. Like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to know a lot about it before I do it. And I wish I had not investigated as deeply as I did. Honestly, I wish I'd have just trusted when the ayahuasca, I went searching for. I was sitting on the beach in Florida meditating, and I heard ayahuasca, and I was like, "What? What was that?" That was the sound that went through my body. Well, the next week or so, I had 3 different things. I opened up a book, and there's the word out loud in this gathering of people that I was with. And this lady says, "Oh, ayahuasca, I've done ayahuasca." And that's when I finally found out what it was. But to know that she calls people like that. And when we have a ceremony coming up, I do 30 days of a cleanse.
Wow.
Physically, mentally, I want to be at the highest vibration I can be when I go into ceremony, because then we get to work with the really deep things, right? If I go in and I've been eating meat and I've been eating dairy and gluten and all that stuff, and the healing may be that I need to purge of all that physically. So I take care of the physical and I take care of the mental, and I'm meditating and praying every day. When I go, I'm at such a vibration that we work at a soul level. So let's heal what's in the soul. And so I've been taken back a couple of times to past lives where I've worked with in past life things that have happened. So yeah, again, it's an incredible healing medicine.
It is. I definitely, when I'm ready, since I know that you facilitated, I will come to you because I trust you like that. Other people, not so much.
Yeah, you can trust me like that. And I guess I was going to mention too, I am a member of the Wellness Chamber of Commerce for Savannah and working in my way right now. I'm the community affairs liaison, and we are always looking for heart-based entrepreneurs to come join our networking events. We're not going to do anything for everybody so much. It's just hard to squeeze one more thing in December, right? So come January, it's I think we're going to move to the second Wednesday of every month. You can go to the website, the Wellness Chamber, and look up the events calendar. It tells you all the things that are going on. And
absolutely,
that's it. Besides what I can share you.
Yeah, she's also a wedding officiant. So am I. It's awesome. So when are you going to write your book?
Right, exactly. I've been being told that for so many years. Yeah, I know it's going to happen. I'm not there yet because I'm still working on cultivating other collaborations right now. But yeah, the book will happen.
It will. It will. I see several books. I just don't see one book. I see several books happening, not just one.
Yeah.
For
the
sure.
Story of my childhood alone would fill a book. I was raised in a cult called the Worldwide Church of God, which was no Christmas, no Easter, no birthdays, no. Yes, that's how I grew up. And the first time I thought I was going to die, I was 6 years old, and I thought I was going to die because I snuck downstairs on the Day of Atonement and I ate a cookie.
Oh my Lord, no.
Can you imagine being 6 years old and thinking that I've sinned against God, because the preacher stood up there and said, God saw everything you did, everything. And me and my sister had sinned. We had ate that cookie on the Day of Atonement, which is 24 hours of no water. But we didn't really, at 6 and 5, we didn't understand But as long as you could say it was to know that you can't live without God, which is they program that in you, right? So as soon as you're able to say that, you participate in it. And yeah, just
Oh,
imagine that little girl, 6 years old, eating that cookie, going to church, away there so her mom wouldn't know. So it was a really well planned out sin, I want you to know. And
wow. You guys planned out the sin of eating the cookie.
we started, yeah, we
Hey,
started
Smurfette,
crying.
747.
My sister and I were shaking and crying, and we thought lightning was going to strike us dead at any moment for what we had done. And so members of the congregation start coming around and putting hands, and they thought we were touched. And I did not share that story with my mother till I was in my 40s about what really happened. That it wasn't about being
what did your
touched;
mom
it was about
say?
we were scared to death.
Oh my
um,
God.
that just realizing, oh my God, that's what you and your sister were thinking at that time. And we've since, they've since left the church, and my father passed away, and that gave my mother the freedom to leave the church. And so she's living here now too, and just absolutely wonderful. I had to be excommunicated because at 15 I got pregnant, which is another, again, I was a terrible, terrible sinner. But in doing, I never had to affiliate myself with that church again. And after my father passed, my mother was able to come here, and I think that's a big part of why I was led to do the things I do too. She's 74, 73, 74 years old. The healings. And that's a brave soul right there to be able to step forward into truly healing yourself. And I love that she's on that journey of healing.
Wow. That's a beautiful
It's
thing.
beautiful to witness.
Yeah,
Heal,
I could only
right?
imagine.
Yeah.
Wow. So thanks, Smurfette747, for coming on. I appreciate you. She says that your mom is so brave, and bless your heart that you've been through that, because I can only imagine what that must have felt like at 6 years old. Because I know at 7 years old, I was um, sexually abused at 7, and I felt like my soul left my whole entire body, and I was watching myself abused. And that's when I realized, after having a 4-hour past life regression this year, that I've learned how to master spiritual dissociation. That my
Oh,
soul can leave my body when I'm in fight or flight mode, and I can be present and talking to you, but my ass say, I ain't here. I'm somewhere in Narnia. I'm just
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
And then when I feel safe again, then my soul comes back into my body. And so at 6 years old, you're eating a cookie. And 7 years old, I'm over here like, what the fuck just happened? So it was just the things that we go through as children. I don't know. Have you seen Tony Robbins' I Am Not Your Guru
I
on
have not.
Netflix?
I have not. So I don't have a television, just so you
Oh,
know.
okay.
We
Okay.
don't watch a lot of TV here. We try to stay electronic free, honestly, when we're here at the house. We have them, yes, but half the time I don't even know where it
Well, the
is.
reason why I mention it is because when I was watching the documentary, there was a young woman, and she was part of something called Children of God. And she was telling her story of how, she had to do certain things for the love of God, and ended up having sex with adults at 6 years old, all this kind of stuff. And she pretty much was like the go-to person everyone would go to. She was the strong one, and she was like, I'm just tired of being strong, and I didn't know what else to do. And, someone told me, hey, you got to meet this guy named Tony. And he was really weeping and crying when she was telling her story, because he's the kind of person, he don't play. He'll cuss you out and love you at the same time. But he was so moved by her, and he told her she was pure magic. For her to be that strong and so loving, even after what happened to her. And he pretty much took her under his wing and connected her with someone that pretty much taught her how to be just like how he is, like a coach and a speaker, and so on and so on and so forth. But her story was so compelling, and I was just sitting there like, holy shit, holy shit. Like, that's the only word that I could think of when I was listening to her story and to hear your story. It's just incredible that you're able to do the things that you do and have the servant's heart that you have to still love people And I say that about myself too, going through, molestation from like 7 to 14 off and on, to still have a heart to want to help people. And, they say that healers are the ones that have the most traumatic experiences in life. And we are still here trying to like, oh, let me help this one. And let me hold space for that one. And some days I don't want to fucking hold space for no damn body.
I'll tell you a book that helped me so much. Everything I went through, there was a time angry,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just totally angry with him. But there's a book called Legacy of the Heart, The Spiritual Advantages of a Really Hard Childhood. That book changed my life for sure. In working with forgiveness of all the things, because that experience you shared, that's also part of my story. Another reason why I have things and I'm told to love God. Things don't make sense. Even as a child, it doesn't make sense, but you also know that you have to obey during those times, right? Or you're conditioned and programmed to do it, because you don't want things to be worse. And things are huge to have put a child through, huge things. But that book helped me work through all of that. Through again, the forgiveness was the biggest thing for me. And it wasn't about that what they did is ever going to be forgotten or acceptable in any way, so that I could be here today doing what I'm doing and helping others. And also at a place where I can relate in such a deep way to just about every story anyone shares. I'm like, yeah, oh, I had that happen. Oh, yep. I had that too. Divorces, molestation, rape.
Yeah.
To me,
Almost dying.
Here, almost dying. All those things happen so I could be here to help the next person. When they're ready to help, I'm here. I'm here and I can help you.
I understand, and I feel the same way too with everything that I've been through in my life. I feel like I am the vessel and the conduit to say, okay, yeah, I've been through this. I know exactly what you're going through. These are the steps that I took to help myself. This is how I can assist you, and so on and so forth. And you're not alone.
Not
You're
that
not
I can know exactly what you're going through. I think that's an unhelpful statement to someone. I can relate to it, but your experience and the way that you took it in has everything to do with who you are as a person. The way I took it in may have been totally different, even though we experienced the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So actually just being that safe place for people to be authentic with who they truly are. And maybe you don't know. That's something I help you discover that. Who are you at your core, right?
Absolutely.
So much more than that.
Absolutely. I have a tattoo on my rib cage and it says fearlessly authentic. And when I got it, I almost passed the hell out because that shit hurt as a motherfucker.
So I have this.
Okay.
And that says the pain you feel today will be the.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my reminder, because that's exactly what all this has done. It has given me a power far greater than I ever knew I could hold within me.
Absolutely. So Coach Dare says, so glad you were redirected to the real spiritual life and away from the church.
Me too. Just get pregnant.
Smartfred 747 says, such trauma, but such beauty in both your hearts. It's what we're here to do.
Absolutely.
So do you have any like special offers for the holidays that you want to share with everybody or anything like that that's going on?
So throughout the year, weekly, I do something called a release stress workshop. And I know that at this time of year, there's a lot more stress going on. It's only $11. You just send me an email that you want to join. Dates available. I don't have them in front of me, but every single week I give that workshop. And it's different every week because I don't record it. It's never something I'm going to record. It's for me as much as it is for other people. And it's teaching tools and techniques through sound work, breath work, visualization, meditation, movement, and sacred ceremony to let go of toolbox moving forward where you can reflect upon it and use it as a practice in your life and let things go rather than holding on to them. So it's a very valuable workshop. It's only $11. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then the other thing I do is called the Day of Healing, and on the 15th, I believe. Yes, the 15th, same day as the full moon. Once a month, I do something called the Day of Healing, and that is where I teach people how to scan others to find imbalances, how to tune into their intuition and trust that intuition, and long distant healing. It's basically a Reiki course, but at a different level, honestly. After you take that course, you're able to go out and you can help animals, you can help other people, you can heal yourself. I teach you how to do all of that. And then for the big finale, like those are my little breadcrumbs. If you be a certified practitioner, I teach One Light Healing Touch basic training, which is a 7-month course. We meet once a month. And then I teach you the tools. You work with them for 30 days. Then we meet again. I teach you some more. By the end, you'll know 55 shamanic intuitively which one needs to be used for what the person tells you going through. So those are the things I have coming up. And then, of course, I mentioned the ayahuasca ceremony. I do full moon ceremonies every month. Dr. Michael Bilkis and I, we collaborate and do sound and cacao every month also. December's is the 3rd Friday this month. We'll be doing sound and cacao. Beautiful experience there. 30. Yeah. I mean, can it get any better? You're going to get up and feel so much better. And that cacao is just such a heart-opening plant medicine. It's like hot chocolate, but bitter.
I've had cacao before.
Such a heart-opening experience, and that's what that traditionally, right, through the culture, that's what it's for. It truly does an amazing little job. It's not psychedelic in any way. It's just very heart-opening. And once people are in that space, the sound frequencies can be received at a deeper level. So I'm certified in Stream-a-thons, which is finding whatever area of body that it is to bring that area of the body back into balance. Yeah, did I even mention sound healing? Yeah, I do that too.
Okay, so we're running out of time, but thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And one question: what was the name of the book that you mentioned earlier? It was something
Legacy of the Heart: The Spiritual Advantages of a Hard Childhood.
Okay, cool. Can you send me the link? Because I think Daya wants to purchase
it. I certainly will. It's absolutely just feel free to reach out and talk to me about it, because it was something I had to call people and share. Oh my God, you know what? It's one of those kind of books. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we got Miss Tina Jackson up, and on the way. Hey, Tina Jackson.
Hey, girl, what's up?
Not much. How you doing? Thank you for coming back. Let me get your banner, because I do have your banner.
Thanks.
There you go.
My lash is not hanging off, is it? This time?
Your lash is fine.
Okay.
You're good. So thank you so much for coming on again. So can you tell everyone who you are and what you do and all the things?
Okay. Well, real quickly, first, I just want to say I'm Tina Jackson. I'm a poet as well as a published book author. And this is a magazine. It's called BWA. And it's for Black women authors. And I made the cover last May. And in this magazine, you'll meet many different authors.
There's an echo going on there.
Yeah, I'm hearing like a crackling sound. You hear that?
I think there's an echo there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I hear it real bad. Can you say something now?
Okay, how do I sound, Phyllis? You look great, Phyllis.
Same as the echo.
Yeah. Should I go? Okay, yeah, got you.
let's see if that echo is going to stop. In the meantime, between time, I need to hit up someone real quick who is going to be joining us at 2 o'clock, who is Jessica Bowles. So I'm going to go ahead and hit her up and let her know. Let me see. Here's a step. Okay, cool. Here's Joan. One second. Okay, so let's see.
Hey, are we on?
Say something. Oh man,
I
this
hear
is really bad.
Oh my God, I hear it again.
Are you on your phone or your laptop?
Huh?
Are you
I'm
on
on
your
my
phone?
phone.
You have a laptop. You want to try it on the laptop to see if that'll work, or you just have your phone?
Yeah, I just have my phone. My laptop is down right now.
Let me see.
Yeah, it'll be up like shortly. And, you know, that is crazy.
Let me see if the echo cancellation. I'm trying to see if
Someone
there's
else and then come after them. It's so
yeah.
weird. Because maybe somebody else is, I don't know. It sounds like it's trying to die down.
Okay, well, let's see. We'll just go with it and see what happens.
Okay.
I mean, I can hear you. It's just like the echo behind you.
That crackling.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Wait, do you have your phone propped up somewhere on something, or can you like maybe kind of like move it or navigate it differently? Let's see.
Let's see. Maybe turn it this way. Yeah, I have it on my kitchen table. Or maybe let me this way.
Let's do this. Do me a favor. Log off, turn your phone off, and turn it back on, and then log back on, and we'll see how that works.
Okay.
I'll be right here.
Okay.
Technical difficulties. Sometimes these things happen, and it is okay. I just remember that I have to use this link. Okay, I think I got everybody. That's joining the Stream-a-thon. So we have Tina Jackson that's coming up. Hopefully everything works out and we can listen to her clearly. The next person after Tina is Jessica Bowles. I hope, dear Lord, I'm saying her name properly. Let me see. Hello to who? Can you text Jess as well? Send her an email. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate y'all that's here right now in real time. So we have technical difficulties. It happens, as you know. So I told Tina to go ahead and turn her phone to put it back on. I think what happened was Teresa was logging off and Tina was logging on. Maybe that's where that whole process happened. But you know, it happens. Shit happens, right? So welcome back. This is Entrepreneur Business Stream-a-thon. I am host of the Stream-a-thon, Zills Victoria. It is a 12-hour stream. Actually, 8 hour, not 12, 8 hour. Let's see. Hold on. If she's able to. So let's see. Say something.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
It's still choppy. We're just gonna go with it. No worries. Or do you want to like come back?
No, let's go with it. Let's go. Because I can hear you.
You hear me clearly?
I hear you over the chopping.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is Tina Jackson,
Okay.
poet, makeup artist, domestic violence thriver, and she was on the other one, but I had an issue where YouTube actually blocked my video, my stream-a-thon, because I was playing music, and so part of her video was kind of like chopped off, and I wanted her to come back on and really share her story because I feel like it's needed to be heard, and she's an amazing human being. So that's why I wanted to bring it back.
Thank you, sis. Well, I just want to say that I am a survivor, and that's where my writings come from. So my first book is a fiction novel, and it's about a couple who is very successful, very established, but they're trapped in this horrible domestic violence relationship. And then my second book is it's my story told through poetry. And so I just thank God I survived because I heard God's voice in 2009 telling me he wanted me to write these books, and I just wasn't ready. So I only just got the first book published last December, and then I got my story published this August. So it's like brand new. Yes. And I feel so blessed because there's a magazine called BWA for Black Women Authors, and I got to make the cover last May.
Very good. Congratulations. Look at you.
Yes, and I had did a book signing in Virginia, and so she shared some of the pictures from the book signing.
Beautiful.
So I had a different book cover before. This was my first book cover.
Nice. That's beautiful.
And then I kind of upgraded it to the cover that it is now. And this is one of my friends, Flo, who she really helped me so much in the book signing because that day my blood pressure was through the roof and my head was spinning and oh my God, I couldn't do anything. She set everything up. She talked to people, and it was a really great book signing.
That's good.
So every Friday we do a Poets Lounge. It's called Poets Lounge. It comes on Friday, not every Friday, every first Friday of the month. We do the Poets Lounge where poets come on and they read their poetry. So if anybody would like to come, you're more than welcome. Wait, let me see. Yeah. So we have different artists that come on, and it's on Facebook, and Paulette Henson, she's the one who is the host.
Nice.
So this Friday we'll be on there. So I mean, it's so exciting to be able to share my story because I really want to help people out of these toxic relationships. I've been in toxic relationships literally my whole life, and it started with my mother. She was the first toxic person in my life. And so I always looked for men for love, and I found out that that doesn't work. You have to love yourself first. You have to honor yourself and know your self-worth before anyone else can honor you. And that's been my journey, and it took me to oh my God, I'm a grandmother now. It took me that many years to figure it out. And I'm happy now.
You figured it out.
Finally, yes.
Because there's so many
Yes,
people
girl.
that transition into another lifetime, or they leave this earth and they haven't even figured it out. The fact that you were able to figure it out, even though despite or in spite of, like Coach Dale likes to say, in spite of what you've been through, you were able to figure it out. You know what I mean? And your story is a beautiful, powerful, amazing story. And I wanted to ask, like, what prompted you to want to write about your story? Like, what was that defining moment where you said, I need to write about this?
Okay, so when I had took a trip to Miami because I was very stressed out on the job. I was working with very hateful people. So I took it and I was having heart palpitations like every day. And the doctors were like, "Well, we don't know, we can't help you." So I took a trip from to Miami. I was on the boat over the alligators, and I first heard God's voice tell me, "When you get back to New York, I want you to write a book, I want you to set up a website, and I want you to learn how to drive." So when I came back to New York, I was all pumped, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna write," and I couldn't do it. It was so emotionally draining. But the thing was I never got the license and I had never got the website either. So I basically didn't do anything. So what ended up happening, what made me start to write was I started getting very, very sick. I mean, I battled disease after disease. I mean, serious diseases like I had developed brain encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain. I was going blind. This side I had neuralgia, which is a very painful nerve disorder of the face. This side of my face had collapsed. I couldn't eat. I literally went down to the size of a skeleton. I mean, it was like one disease after another, after another, after another. And so that prompted me to write my first book in 2016, the battle to overcome those diseases and how I beat them through meeting a naturopathic doctor. And well, I met two of them and they both helped me and I got healed from those diseases. And
Wow.
then
That's
once I wrote that
crazy.
book, yeah, that was, girl, I was almost out of here.
I didn't want you to be out of here, girl.
I know. It was terrible. And every doctor I went to, they did MRIs of my brain. I have literally about 20 MRIs. They did a spinal tap. They took fluid out of my spine. They did everything. And they kept saying, "We don't know what's wrong with you. We can't help you." And finally, a doctor in Manhattan at St. Luke's Hospital, he diagnosed me with the encephalitis. So I was so happy. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to get healed. I'm going to get better now. He's going to give me some medicine." He told me, "Whatever happened," these are his exact words. He said, "Whatever happened to you already happened, and there's nothing I can do. I cannot help you." And I told him, "But I'm in pain. My face is hanging." I looked literally like an 80-year-old woman. I had bad so severe. I had all the females in my job laughing at me because I looked really bad. There were rumors going around, "Oh, she must have AIDS." And then for the doctor to say, "Well, I can't help you," I was just stunned. And I just prayed to the Lord Jesus Christ. I mean, I would not stop praying to him. I was like, "God, you have to help me or you have to take me." And he led me to 231st and Broadway. And I saw this health food store in the mall. It just kind of drew me. And when I went in there, this girl comes running up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, I was so sick, and the doctor here helped me, and he can help you." And da da da. And she's just rambling on, and I hadn't even said like one word. And I just started crying. And she says, "He'll be here at 3 o'clock." I mean, literally, she was like so pumped. She was like, "He has an appointment, but she might be late, so then I'll fit you in." And da da. So I was like, "Okay, I'll be back." So I left, and actually, I wasn't going to go back because I was like, he's probably not going to be able to help me either. But it was like God compelled me to stay in the area, and then I just ended up going back. And as soon as I got in there, she runs up to me. She's like, her patient is late. Come, he's gonna see you right now." And did it. And I went back to his office, and he was this little Hispanic doctor. He was shorter than me. And I was in my mind, I was like thinking, this has to be a joke. Like, I'm like, is someone pranking me? Because I was like, I never seen like a man shorter than me. I'm short. I'm only 5 feet.
Mhm.
So anyway, he helped me. He used this machine that he said they used to use in Germany to diagnose illnesses. And he said, "I'm going to use this." He said, "But they don't use it in America because they really don't want to heal you. So they don't use it." And he said, "Wherever your problem is, the lever is going to go crazy." So he put it all over my body, and the lever was just like, "Broop." As soon as he put it on my stomach, it was like, "Broop, broop, broop." He goes, "It's your colon." So I was like, really? Now it's my colon now? I mean, I was just done. I was ready to leave this earth. And he said,
Yeah.
yeah, he says, this is what you got to do. And he told me to go home and do uh, organic coffee enemas. And I was like, what is that going to do? And he's like, just do it. You'll see. And when I started doing it, thousands of parasites started coming out of me. And I called him and I was like, oh my God. I was like, parasites are coming out of me, all different kinds. And he says, I didn't want to tell you, but yeah, he says, that's the problem. And he said, the parasites are causing the other diseases. And I was shocked. So I was like, well, how long should I do this? He was like, keep doing it. I did it for 3 weeks straight. And for 3 weeks straight, there were parasites coming out. And he told me that whoever eats meat has parasites in their body. But what happened to me was I had a sluggish colon, so I wasn't going to the bathroom, so everything had backed up, and the parasites was like eating me alive.
Oh
It was
wow.
crazy. Anyway, I went and saw another doctor who she completely cleansed me out, and literally within 3 weeks to the day I went to see her, all my diseases cleared up.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, my vision came back, the encephalitis went away, my face went back to normal. It was literally hanging, like it looked like I had a stroke. It was horrible. And so I realized after battling all those diseases that because I didn't be obedient and do what God told me to do, that it was time to now do it. Whether I wanted to do it or not, I had to. I didn't want to share my story of being beaten and abused, but I was like, yeah, I need to share it. I'm still here for a reason. And so
Absolutely.
that was what prompted me now to write these books.
Wow.
When
That's
you see death like that, it's like, oh my God, it's time to do something.
girl, trust me, I know. I was done in 2011 and I had to turn around and take care of myself, share my story, become a life coach, help people in that manner. Because the way I was helping people with the fashion and stuff, it was good. But at the same time, I
Right.
was defending myself in so many different ways. And I had like, you know, what I used to do. So I don't have to explain to you, but just having 50 models, training them, working with them, fashion show, da 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 da. And I wasn't taking care of me. And then I got pregnant, and then it was like no babies. It was an empty sac. I had to go and have a DNC done.
Oh,
The DNC
wow.
actually triggered the fibroids, and the fibroid got infected, and that's what almost killed me.
Oh
So
my God.
I coulda, woulda, girl, and I was like, when I get out of here, I'm gonna do better for myself. So I had to take care of me. So I completely understand what you mean when God is like,
Yes.
okay. But then here's the thing. 2.5 weeks later, after I had the fibroids removed, my gallbladder was damaged beyond repair. So I was healing from one surgery, going into another surgery.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So
Wow.
I need someone to tell me because I'm stubborn. I'm very hard headed. So God was like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be stubborn and hard headed. We're gonna give you 2 full lessons so you
Thank
can learn.
you.
hmm So I know what you're going through, and I'm just like, holy shit. I
It's
get it.
no
I
joke.
completely.
Wow.
And then,
What got you through? What got you through that?
huh?
What got you through it that you were able to keep your mind? Because it's very. Whew.
I just knew that I was here for a reason, and I knew that I've been through a lot in my life before that, and this was something to like really, really shake me to my core and wake me up spiritually, and it woke me up spiritually because my whole being shifted, my mindset shifted, the way I saw people, everything shifted, and I
Yeah.
knew like, okay, my purpose is completely different for what I was doing. And, I had my tribe. Of course, my ex-husband was there for me. Dennis, he really, really helped me through that process. I just had good people in my life that were there. And so, to have to go
But
through that second surgery, I was just like, okay, I guess. And then we were getting married August 20th, and I had the second surgery 2.5 weeks before we got married.
wow.
Yeah. So I was in the hospital from July 8th all the way to August 4th.
Hmm.
2 different hospitals, 2 different
That's
surgeries.
like a long time.
Yeah. hmm I
Wow.
lost 2 pounds in 1 week, 27 pounds in 1 week because the fibroid was spreading to my uterus, my bladder, everywhere. So trust me, what you're saying, I understand because after that, I think it was 2013, I went to Puerto Rico and I had a vision that I was going to meet an old woman that was going to change my life. Not realizing it was the spirit of the first woman president of Puerto Rico.
Mm. Wow.
Yep.
You go,
It
girl.
sounded really complicated, nothing static. I know, we're trying to figure it out. It's all good. So
I
yeah,
think by us having those experiences, those near-death experiences, it has brought us into our calling, which is what we're both doing, and it's amazing. I love it.
absolutely, for sure. So do you have
Can I
any
just
like
read
holiday?
one?
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you have any holiday
Okay.
special offers?
Yes, yes. Actually, I'm offering if anyone has been in a very bad relationship or currently in a relationship, when you buy my book, Love Don't Hit, I will give you 2 complimentary coaching sessions, which will help you to focus and figure out what you need to do for you. Because the person's happiness is what matters in the end. And then my next special I'm offering, if they buy 10 books, I will do a free complimentary makeover, the facial, makeup, and the hair. So, yeah.
Good
And
stuff.
I'm also working on a wellness book about what I just went through in the last year with I stuff, just not being obedient. That's why I really had to get these books done. Battling COPD, gained 60 pounds from a very toxic relationship, and then also battling high blood pressure and gout. And then I had 2 surgeries at the end of the year.
Mm.
But within all that just happened last year, I got to produce both of my books. So I feel happy about that.
Yeah, a little fire up
And
under your
now I'm on
ass.
the road, girl. Huh?
I said a little fire under your ass.
It sure did. My
Yeah.
behind is still burning. I'm like, oh gosh.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us and coming back on. I appreciate you. All the information is on the banner scrolling and get in contact with Tina Jackson, author, poet, makeup artist, domestic violence thriver, amazing human being. Connect with her. And we will talk to you soon, Tina.
Love you, Dillis.
Love you too, babe. Bye.
Later.
Okay, so hopefully that static goes away. I'm not sure what was happening there, but it's all good. We got through it, and we have Miss Justable. She's coming on next, so I'm just gonna have her banner up and close and center, and just wait for her to come on. She's getting on at 2 o'clock, so it should be a good time. Hope everyone is enjoying this so far. Is 6 people watching? Thank you to the 6 people. Again, Dills Victoria here. I am the host of Entrepreneur Business Stream-a-thon. I started the Stream-a-thon 2 weeks ago. My roommate, Joanne Morton, she was like, why don't you do a marathon? Because I do Monday Night Soulful Conversations on YouTube from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's been an amazing thing so far. So I said, let me just do the Stream-a-thon with the help of my friend Alexis Jackson as well. She is a super moderator over on Twitch. So I'm actually streaming it on YouTube as well as Twitch. So yeah, it started out a little rocky, but technology, that's just what it does sometimes. And we can't control it when it's happening in real time. So right now, I guess I'll just put mine back up here. This is what I do's and does. And yeah. So I have a couple of my special offers going on. I'm offering 25% off of all of my products and services from my masterclass that I'm hosting next week, Sunday from 1 to 2:30. It is not Ignite. It is Alliance and Abundant Intuitive Revenue Growth Masterclass. And what it is honing in on, well, not honing in, but helping entrepreneurs hone in and tapping into their intuition, where they're able to create innovative ideas, or I help you create innovative ideas that converts into lucrative streams of income that's aligned with your purpose and the products and services in your business that you have right now in real time, aka Stream-a-thon, aka Business Spotlight Shout Out, aka all of the things that I do within my business that I created that is outside the box, a specific niche, but something that people need and would like. And so pretty much that's what I'm going to be helping the people that will be participating. I'm inviting 10 people to join. It was $97, but of course, again, 25% off. So it's 72 and change or something to that effect. So it's going to be interesting because we're going to be doing work in real time. I'm going to help you create the innovative, effective ideas. I'm going to help you convert it over into revenue streams, be it a membership, your own stream-a-thon, your own master class, or anything that aligns with the purpose and the products and the services. And we're going to position you to be great in 2025. So why not start now? So I have that going on. The next thing I have going on is, of course, my 2025 12-card pull, Soul Awakening experience. And I do this every year. Every year I do a 12-card spread for the following year. And I go into my intuitive knowing and I utilize my Oracle deck, my Goddess Isis Oracle deck, as well as my new deck, Soul Awakening Affirmation deck. So it'll be six 12-card pulls from here, from this specific deck, and then 6 from this deck. And I tap into my intuition to guide me and help me to really, really give you messages from spirit guides, God of your own understanding, to help you prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and psychologically for 2025. And I've been doing it every year since 2019. And that normally is $44, but again, 25% off. I think it's 33 or something like that. Everything can be found on my link. I got to change it from Beacons to the other one because it's kind of like a shop now, so you can see everything. The other thing I have going on is the business spotlight shout out packages. So the business the business spotlight shout out is I shout out 3 businesses live during Monday Night Soulful Conversations every Monday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So before I start the actual Soulful Conversations, I shout out 3 businesses. I have their information, their name, the name of the business, well, the person's name of the business and the business title. And I add that to my flyer, my personal flyer. And then I tag you in all of the promotions that I'm doing on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube with the flyer. And in the description box after the live, the video of itself, I'm going to add all of your information, name, business title, information like your products and services, all of the links. That goes into that as well. And that is on Soulful Conversations. So the packages for that is 3 shout outs, consecutive Mondays for $55. And then the other one is the Elevated Exposure Experience. And so that is 2 business shout outs, plus you get to come on Monday Night Soulful Conversations as an expert. But it won't be Soulful Conversations. It's going to be Monday Night Soulful Masterclass. So you're going to be teaching what you know to my community, giving them strategies and tips and so on and so forth, like a true masterclass that you're going to be facilitating or hosting. I'm just going to be facilitating, sitting there like, oh yeah, I see that, and that's normally 97, but now it's 77. So those are some of my offers, as well as I'm offering 5 bracelets for $45, right? My bracelets are $25, but it's just 5 bracelets for $45. And it's a mystery gift bag. So you purchase $45 worth of 5 bracelets, and you don't know which one it is. And I'll just tap intuitively and I'll know exactly which bracelets to send you. These are some of the bracelets that I make for myself, of course. So you get 5 of them that you can actually go ahead and gift to people in your life, or you can keep them for yourself. The other one is my Soul Awakening deck. You might want to sign off and come back. The noise is still cracking up there. It's still cracking up. Dang. Let me know. Type in the thing, JJ, and let me know if it's still doing that, because that sucks. Yes. Oh, all right. Let me see. All right, Zaya, let me know. It's better, but it comes and goes. Sounds like a robot. Let me know if that sounds any better to you. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you, because I wouldn't want that happening. Oh my goodness me. It's been, yeah. Because I wouldn't want this to be the whole 8 hours or whatever, if that's what's going on, because that doesn't make any sense. Okay, comments. Okay. Let me know, Daya, if it's still happening. Please and thank you. Because I can't hear myself, so I have no idea. So we have Jess DeBall's coming on at 2:00, and we'll see how this goes. Let me see. Hopefully it stopped. So let me know, anyone. We'll see if it stops. Because I can't end the live, because I'm gonna have to go back and create another StreamYard link, and so that would not be good. Because I've done it one time before, so I can't do that again. So if anyone is on, can you please let me know if I sound better? Because I tried to go off. I went out and came back on, so let me know if it's still robotic or staticky. That would be very, very helpful, and I'll try to see exactly what I can do on my end for that not to happen. So let me know if it still sounds robotic. Thank you. Okay, I'm waiting for Jess. Sounds clear now. Okay, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Now we're waiting for Jess to come on. Gonna send her another email. I was hoping the medicine I would have. Oh no. Okay, well, Jess can't make it. She is not feeling well, so I have an hour. So, Daya, if you're not busy, you can jump on now if you'd like to. That's fine. If you're ready, if you're not, then no problem. I can just play some music. Well, no, I'm not gonna play music. It's on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but I don't want to kind of like mess it up. And I'm on my phone, so I can't do anything from the laptop because the laptop has been acting up. Not acting up per se, but it's just like it's not the very best at the moment. So if Dan wants to come on, that's fine. That's cool. I don't know why it was staticky like that, but it is what it is. Well, let me see if maybe Amber wants to come on. Hey, Mama. I guess I'll have Jess on the other one. It sounds clear. Cool. Tina, is it still clear? Please let me know. Dea, if you want to come on, you can. Let me know as well. Because I know Dea has to have her lighting and everything properly taken care of. So yeah, you guys let me know. Let me see. Yes, I can give you. Okay, cool. All right, so Amber's going to come on. Yay. It's clear. All right, perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So like I was saying, I have a couple of special offers going on right now too for the holidays from, December 1st all the way to like December 15, 16, 17, whatever. So my master class is Sunday, December 15th. It is to help you as an entrepreneur create lucrative streams of income with innovative ideas that I help you create, and we're going to be working in real time and to make sure that you get everything that you need as far as taking those ideas and turning them into revenue streams, be it with your products and services that become a niche. And so just like this with me doing the Stream-a-thon, thank you, appreciate it. Like me doing the Stream-a-thon and the business spotlight shout outs, those are parts of me creating streams of income for myself utilizing my platforms. So it'll be little things like that I will be teaching within your purpose and your business and what that looks like for you. So that's going to be December 15th. It's going to be about $72 from $97 because I do a lot of work when I'm doing this. It takes a lot of energy, brain power, my intuition, and I'll be definitely helping you to work on that as well. So Amber's going to go ahead and come on. And it sounds better. All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. She's going to come on instead of Jess because Jess had a medical situation she had to take care of. So my 3:00 slot time is open as soon as Amber jumps on. So I don't know if Dea, you want to come on at 3 instead of 6. Let me know. If not, then I'll just hit up someone else to see. So this is going to flow however it flows. However it flows, this is what's going to happen. And that's just that. It's fine. It is what it is. It happens. These things take place. And I just hope Jess feels better and we will have her on the next go round because I'm going to be doing these maybe once a month or twice a month. We'll see. I'll play around with it and see how it goes. So hopefully that works. So yeah, I have the masterclass December 15th. It was good until the screen went dark. Oh, Lord. So it's back again. Okay, because I went to. All right. Okay, that's normal. Oh man, my brain is like, this some bullshit, but it happens. Anywho, so yeah, I have the master class going on December 15th. So I hope everyone joins that. And like I said before, I have my affirmation deck, the Soul Awakening affirmation deck, that it's for sale for $21. I think it is from $29. But I made a smaller deck, so I may decrease the price because the deck that I made is half of this. It's kind of like it's like on the go affirmation deck that you can have it with you anywhere you go. So if you're experiencing anxiety, so to speak, or if you're going through imposter syndrome or whatever it is that you're experiencing, you can actually have something available on you in real time to talk you through it where you can actually independently motivate yourself, because there's moments in time in life where we pretty much don't have anyone to call on, and we have to definitely self-soothe. So this is a way for you to self-regulate yourself when you're going through something, just talking to yourself, right? And so some of the affirmations is, every experience shapes me, but it does not define me. I define myself. Like, that's one affirmation right there. Well, another one says, with every breath, I release fear and embrace divine love. This is the one that was the topic for Monday Night Soulful Conversations this past Monday, right? The other one says, love flows to me and through me, guiding my actions and my intentions. Love flows to me and through me, guiding my actions and my intentions. This one says, I celebrate my progress and honor the beauty of my imperfections. So this is how this affirmation deck is designed. It's for soul awakening. It's a soul awakening affirmation deck. I'm coming up with another one soon, which is going to be based off of self-sabotage. How we self-sabotage ourselves, how we are always in our heads, how we are always thinking the worst in life. Also, too, with the imposter syndrome, especially as an entrepreneur, I think I want to create a one for our entrepreneurs so that we could talk ourselves off the ledge, so to speak. Because sometimes when we're going through stuff, our people, our tribe, our friends are not really here for us because they may be busy. Life is lifing. They may be at work. They may be tending to their children. You never know. So this is a great way for you to like really self-soothe with affirmations, right? So this one is every day I release old patterns and embrace my true authentic self. Every day I release old patterns and embrace my true authentic self. This one is my soul is a well of endless strength and wisdom and compassion. Yay, here comes Amber.
I love your hair.
Thank you. It's my head wrap, girl.
It's super cute.
Thank you. I have your, there we go. See, look across the screen.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
You
welcome. I don't know
fancy.
what's the sound right now. There's like this little static to it. It's driving me absolutely crazy.
I heard that. I was like, maybe that's me. I was like checking my earbuds. I was like, oh shit.
I don't know what's going on, but it's all good. So thank you for joining me, Amber. I appreciate you.
Yes, yes. Thank you for hosting this. This is amazing.
Thank you. So tell the people who you is and what you be doing and who you are and all of the wonderful things that is Amber.
All right, awesome. I am Amber McCrae. I am a connection coach. I help women learn how to connect to themselves and others after trauma. And really, that could be a lot of things. I
That is
use
a lot of
holistic
things.
nutrition. Yeah, it is. I use holistic nutrition and emotionally focused therapy. Basically, what that means is I get to the root of what is fucking going on with you. And no more band-aids, no more quick fixes. This is the real shit. Like, let's figure out what's going on. Let's create the life that we want. It is time. We have for so long stood in our own way. And we have the power within us to create that change. And so, what I love about emotionally focused therapy is that while we can't go back and change what happened to us, we can go back and create a new corrective emotional experience around shit, which allows us to be able to move forward in a way that feels right for us instead of just it didn't happen or just forgive them, just move on, just let's go. Now, all of those things are good in their own essence, but when we move too fast through the process, especially I believe in grief, we miss so much of sitting in it, sitting in it.
What is
And
sitting in
so
it? Let's break that down.
I was just gonna say, basically, what that is slowing the fuck down. It is slowing the fuck down. It is, man, what do I feel right now? And just to show you guys, like right now, my heart is racing. I'm nervous as fuck. Like
I love you,
acknowledging
real
what is
man.
really going on, right? Like my heart is fluttering. My palms are a little bit sweaty. I can feel it in my gut a little bit, like, oh shit, am I gonna mess up? Am I gonna say the wrong thing? Is anybody gonna see this? Blah 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 blah, blah. Right? It's
That imposter
slowing down.
syndrome that pops in.
Real, for real. The struggle is real. And
Yeah.
so really just slowing down and like, what the fuck is happening to us? What's going on with our body? And I really love tapping into the somatics. Like what? Because part of connection is being reconnected with our body. And a lot of people who especially, I don't know what we could say on here, but
You can say whatever you want.
okay. A lot of people who have experienced sexual trauma have had to disassociate from their body and their mind in order to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of these people, a lot of women don't even realize that they're so disconnected from themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so helping them reconnect in small ways that feel safe, because trust is a really big thing, especially in trauma. We just don't trust easily, understandably so, right? And so I like to make it fun. When you make it fun, the shit gets done. And so in small baby steps, we reconnect.
I like to make it fun and shit gets done. I love that.
Yes, I learned that from this. She's amazing. Her name is Fly Lady. She really saved my life when I was going through like postpartum depression, because she helped me through my perfectionism. And so that's really where my journey started.
I'm just trying to get this onto the laptop because the static is killing me.
No, you're good. You are all good. It like cuts in and out. It's weird.
I know it's doing it right now. I'm just like, what the fuck?
You sound like a robot.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. And I don't really like that. But again, like I said, but I'm gonna go ahead and see like what's going on if I can do it from the laptop. So I was doing it from the laptop before, and then of course the Wi-Fi started acting up.
Okay, yeah, no worries. You said so. Just keep talking.
Yeah, we can keep talking.
Okay. So that's really what slowing down is for me, is just what's really happening to me, what's going on in my body, and then I asking a fuck ton of questions. Part of slowing down is anger is our first explosive emotion that we often feel, but anger isn't actually what's happening. It's just a protective mechanism for sadness or fear, you know? And so slowing down and saying, am I really angry or am I sad? Am I scared?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's really what slowing down means.
That is slowing down.
And as a woman who has experienced being both codependent and hyper independent, I help women learn how to be interdependent, because I believe that we are created for connection. But I think that I was never modeled what that healthy connection looks like. It's in this society of either you are independent, you don't need anybody, or you're codependent and you can't live without anybody. And there's this duality of the middle.
Yeah.
Of being able to connect with yourself and connect with others, get what you need from others, get what you need from yourself, and source, and just this helping people come to the middle pendulum. Usually, you know, from kids, we have swung from one side of the pendulum, and then when we have this awakening, we let go and the pendulum shifts way to the other side. And then we kind of fall into that middle of the pendulum, and that's to me what interdependence is.
It is.
And so that's basically what I do. I use holistic nutrition and emotionally focused therapy to kind of get to the root of it, because both sides, what we do to one side, we do to the other side. And what I mean by that is our food does affect our emotion. If our body is acidic, that is going to affect how our brain and our emotions and our body process all of these things. If our bodies, is it still echoing for you?
Let me see. I'm actually trying to get off this. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, this is why.